This video will introduce you to the initial alternate ELPAC. ELPAC stands for the English Language Proficiency Assessments for California. This video is sponsored by the California Department of Education. The assessments for evaluating English language skills for California students fall under the ELPAC umbrella. The ELPAC consists of the General ELPAC, which includes the Initial ELPAC and the Summative ELPAC, and the Alternate ELPAC, which consists of the Initial Alternate ELPAC and the Summative Alternate ELPAC. This video focuses on the Initial Alternate ELPAC. The other videos in this series cover other assessments. Let's start with a brief review of some basics about the Initial Alternate ELPAC. What is the Initial Alternate ELPAC? The Initial Alternate ELPAC is a screening tool intended to determine initial English proficiency. The results of the Initial Alternate ELPAC will determine if the student is classified as Initial Fluent English Proficient or as an English learner. Initial Alternate ELPAC results should not be compared to the Summative Alternate ELPAC results, as the tests serve different purposes. The Alternate ELPAC is aligned with the 2012 California English Language Development, or ELD, standards via the ELD connectors, and assesses the 4 domains in an integrated manner using expressive and receptive task types. The task types assess language proficiency, not academic content. There are also alternate assessments for the Summative ELPAC and for ELA, Math, and Science, which will be covered in another video. Who takes the Initial Alternate ELPAC? Eligibility for the Initial Alternate ELPAC is based on the completion of the home language survey by the parent or guardian upon first enrollment in a California public school. If the home language survey indicates a language other than English as the primary language, the student must take the Initial ELPAC or Initial Alternate ELPAC. The home language survey is given only once. The Initial Alternate ELPAC is given to students with the most significant cognitive disabilities whose Individualized Education Program, or IEP, teams have determined that alternate assessments are the most appropriate for these students. Please note that if a student is assigned the alternate assessment in one subject area, they will take the alternate assessment in all subject areas. When is the Initial Alternate ELPAC taken? The window for administering the Initial Alternate ELPAC is July 1st through June 30th. Students need to be tested within 30 calendar days of their first day of enrollment in a California public school. That means that local educational agencies, or LEAs, must notify parents or guardians of testing, administer the Initial Alternate ELPAC, and provide results to parents or guardians, all within that 30 calendar day window. How is the Initial Alternate ELPAC administered? The Alternate ELPAC is an untimed, computer-based assessment administered one-on-one by a trained test examiner who is familiar with the student's needs and their preferred mode or modes of communication. Some students may be able to navigate the test independently, depending on their abilities. Other students may interact with the test examiner, who collects and records responses. The Alternate ELPAC uses integrated task types. Speaking and writing, which allows students to use expressive modes of communication, are combined into expressive task types. Listening and reading, which allows students to use receptive modes of communication, are combined into receptive task types. Integrated task types allow students with diverse modes of communication to access the assessments. Individually preferred communication modes are the ways in which a student typically comprehends and expresses information in everyday home and classroom contexts. A student may use sign language, eye gaze, pointing, gestures, augmentative and alternative communication, or ACC devices, or other alternate response options to comprehend and express information. Optional individualization provides the use of real objects, manipulatives, or picture cards. Using optional individualization for students who need it will allow for the testing experience to more closely mirror instruction that the student receives in the classroom. Remember that the test examiner must be familiar with the student's preferred mode or modes of communication. Let's shift gears and talk about how results are reported for the Initial Alternate ELPAC. For the initial alternate ELPAC, we have the expressive and receptive task types. These combine into an overall score which will fall into one of 3 levels. These levels are Fluent English Proficient, Intermediate English Learner, and Novice English Learner. Let's look at where to find assessment results. Results from the initial alternate ELPAC are available through the Student Score Report, or SSR, and the test results for California's assessments website. Let's look at each of these sources. Families get access to their student scores through the Student Score Reports, which are sent to families either electronically or on paper. Each score report is designed to help families identify if their child is an English learner or initially fluent English proficient. Identifying students who need help learning in English is important, so students get the support they need to do well in school while receiving instruction in all school subjects. Student score reports are generated in the student's primary home language, and LEAs can request additional languages in the Test Operations Management System, or TOMS. The general public can access initial alternate ELPAC data from the California Department of Education's Test Results for California's Assessments website. The public release of data occurs in the fall. Since these results are public, they are aggregate results and no specific student scores are available. Thank you for watching this video about the initial alternate ELPAC. We hope it has provided you with some tools to further build your understanding.